Hi everyone. The best endorsements are from prior clients. I am honored to introduce you to Elaine. Elaine and I fought against injustice together. It wasn't easy and we took some hits, but in the end, we prevailed. Please take 10 minutes and listen to Elaine's David and Goliath story.
My name is Elaine Armstead. I know Ms. Russell by her representing me in a fire case I had in my home back in 2011. She was very helpful, and without an attorney like that, I don't know how I would have made it through the court without not having any money. The insurance company treated me badly. If I didn't have Sandy on my side, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have had a case. I would have given up. I've been insured with them for over 30 years. And I couldn't believe after, in good faith and all that, I thought they would have done their part. And not having me live in my home for over 6 years with fire damage, can't use my stove, can't do anything in my kitchen, can't live in my house at all. I have to be living out of a hotel. They were treating minorities just as bad in my area and discriminated against them. And the insurance commissioner, fined them $500,000. The insurance company treated me this way because they think a poor black woman would not have the resources to fight them. They thought we wouldn't fight back. They were not right, because we did fight back with my attorney's help. I think the right to trial by jury is a very fair system, because there are people like me, and I think they could more relate to the case at hand. The judge was very biased, and he would not allow me to tell my story. My concerns are, it's very complicated, and if one doesn't have an attorney like Miss Sandy, they would just give up and not try to fight the system. The jurors are the ones who really decide this case. The jurors look for guidance from the judge, and whatever he does, can have a great influence on the case. And if the judge is taking sides, then the juror's decision may be improperly influenced. In my trial, the judge acted like he was judge and jury. He didn't want to listen to what I had to say. He asked me questions, but then would not listen to me. He was very biased. It's very obvious to myself and the juror that the judge was siding with the defense attorney. And I was never going to have a fair trial in my thinking, because he tried to obstruct everything I said or did in that court. The jurors were just nodding their head from side to side, to me in disbelief. They couldn't believe what was happening. I could tell they were on my side from the way they were nodding their heads in disbelief. I think if they had a chance, they would get up and scream or say something, because they knew what was going on was just not fair. I believe she was winning, and real good too, because the jurors were on our side, and she was fair, but they wouldn't let her. They kept obstructing or objecting to the questions before she even asked them. I didn't get to see, because the judge decided to send them home or get rid of them. It meant that we had to try the case again, maybe, and after going through all that for so many years, it just wasn't right. My lawyer presented a pretty darn good case on my behalf. And he knew he was losing. The judge knew that. The jurors are just normal people like me and should be able to relate better. And they're not biased, and I think would have a fair trial with them. Allstate was trying their best not to settle after putting me through all what they did for so many years. Without my lawyer, Sandy, I just wouldn't be able to stand up against them. They realized that my attorney was really trying her darndest to make me get what is due me, because I've been paying my insurance for all these years. And they didn't want to go back to trial. Allstate realized that my attorney wasn't going to back down or succumb to what they were trying to do to the trial. And they decided to settle. The sanction was very unfair because she brought to the court's attention that someone was lying, telling lies, on the case, and they sanctioned her, but then the other person was freed, which is totally unfair. I'm happy for her because she brought me justice. My favorite thing about Sandy is she's a very compassionate, loving person who knows fair and unfair when someone is not treated properly, knows when someone is not treated in the right way. She will do her best to find justice for you. And that's what I will always remember about her. She told me she's running for judge, and I'm so happy for her. She'll make a very, very great judge. She will be a good judge because she's a very, very hard worker. She doesn't discriminate, can I use that word, when it comes to anything. She is a fighter. She's a go-getter. And with that spunk in her, she will be a great judge. She did the best she could. And I know it's not just for me, whoever she represents. And with her kind of her knowledge and the way she treats people, she will make it. And regardless of what happened, I know she was just fighting for my right and hers. She fight to expose the truth about Allstate. And without her doing this for me, today I think I would still be fighting and living in that mess. If she did not expose their lies, we would still be fighting today. This case would not have settled if Sandy did not expose those lies. And she helps everyone, regardless of their background, financially or otherwise. She is a very good human being. And I think with all these that she has done, and she will continue, because that's just how she is, a great human being. And she'll be a very, very, very good judge.
It gives me great pride to know that I have Elaine's love and support. When elected, I will do all that I can to make her and the community proud.